Hello, everyone. So, I wanted to talk about this topic for a Story of America card real quick instead of waiting to do it because the day of when this event took place is going to come up soon at the time I'm writing the script for this. You already know the event as it's right in the title, so mobster fanatics and history fanatics like myself, let's get on with the Saints Valentine's Day Massacre in Story of America cards daily life category. The Saints Valentine's Day Massacre was an event in 1929 during America's Prohibition era, where alcohol production and its consumption was banned. Gangsters or mobsters would profit off by selling alcohol illegally and would clash with other mobs. This event that became known as the St. Valentine's Day Massacre as it happened on February 14th, which is Valentine's Day. 7 members and associates of Chicago's North Side Gang gathered in Lincoln Park, Chicago garage and were shot and killed by 2 unknown assailants dressed as police officers. Al Capone of the Chicago Outfit Gang is said to be the one who planned and led the massacre without being there when it happened, but has never spoken about being the mastermind, and the 2 killers of the 7 members of the North Side Gang have never been identified or brought to justice for the murders. During America's Prohibition days, those who manufactured or sold liquor illegally were known as bootleggers, and when one of the bootlegging gangs tried to take over another's territory, negotiations were frequently concluded with gunfire. In Chicago, Illinois, where much of this gang warfare took place, no fewer than 500 gang-style murders occurred between 1920 and 1930. By far the most spectacular of these events was the notorious St. Valentine's Day Massacre, February 14, 1929, in which 7 men were ruthlessly gunned down inside a Chicago garage. Nearly all the victims were members of a powerful gang of bootleggers led by Bugs Moran. Moran himself narrowly escaped death. He was reportedly just approaching the garage to join his men when he saw a black car draw up outside. 5 men, 3 of them dressed in police uniforms, went inside ramshackle garage, and Moran quickly left the scene unnoticed. His men were then ordered to line up against the wall, which they did in a casual manner, thinking it was only a routine search by the police. Suddenly, the police ripped it out, saw off shotguns and machine guns, and began spraying their helpless victims with bullets at close range. 6 of the men died instantly. The 7th, with 14 bullets in his body, lived for 3 hours. Some investigators linked the massacre with the famous Purple Gang of Detroit, Michigan, whose members had been seen lurking about Moran's headquarters. Moran himself charged that Alphonse Scar Al Capone's gang had been the one who did the shooting, because only Capone's gang kills like that. However, Capone, who was then considered America's public enemy number 1, had been in Florida at the time, and he could prove it. 2 weeks after the slaying, Jack Machine Gun McGurn and John Scalise were picked up by the Chicago police and charged with the murders. But McGurn was able to prove that he had been with his girlfriend at the time, and Scalise, who was out on bail, was slain shortly after the banquet given in his honor by Capone. The Chicago police found Scalise and another gangster who was also killed at the banquet had participated in the garage murders. But Capone, according to some observers, may have ordered their execution as spies, who penetrated his own mob. At any rate, the perpetrators of the St. Valentine's Day Massacre were never brought to justice. As you know, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre is deep within mystery since its start. and deep in culture of America, especially when it comes to talking about mobsters and the Prohibition era itself. It has become part of pop culture with movies and such based on it. Nowadays, that Chicago garage where it took place is now a parking lot for a nursing home, as it was demolished in 1967. But the wall where the 7 members were put up against before being shot dead was removed, purchased by a Canadian businessman, displayed in various crime-related novelty displays until they were bought again and now are at the Mob Museum in Las Vegas. And if you believe in ghosts, well, you probably already know of the claims of the residual energy around it causing some hauntings here and there. And that's the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Hopefully I get this up around Valentine's Day, but we'll see. Anyhow, see you around anyway. Bye.